Dobrý večer, přátelé, dobrý večer. Jdem se na to vrhnout, uvidíme, kam se dneska dostaneme, jestli už třeba náhodou nebude nějaký finále. Dobrý večer, Jiří, dobrý večer. Tak. Co tady s ním? Teda. Nahoře na hřebeni měl být ten zvěd nějaký. Celá evidentně není.
The cycle has been upset. Perhaps by returning the energy of the Tuatha we will restore it.
Let's drive these red-eyed bastards into the ground.
Good to see you here. Ready? Keep your wits about you.
The House of Vengeance. We all know the stories of its great warriors, but never thought I'd fight against them. Agarth, if he tells you he's ready, then my people are as well. Of course, if you wish to proceed with caution, the scout on the ridge will know what we're up against. Careful. It's worse than I feared.
Jediný místo, co je nad námi, je tohlensto.
Of old they sung, but now a god proclaimed enchanting song. They worship on their earthen sod, and bow their heads and pray and nod. Another name to bear their wrong.
A tady prostě nikde zalezlej žádný scout není. Tohle nás nebude zajímat. Je tady schovaný někde nějaký scout nebo ne? Není. Prostě není.
Flames of warlike engines roar, and quake through heaven's path. In Gadflow's name they battle more. And then, despite the peace of yore, will murder neighbors in their wrath.
Žádný scout nad náma nikde není. Pojďte si zabojovat ještě jednou. Jo, pojď už. Tak. Odolnost vůči ohni, aha. Proto jsou tak odolný. Jestli to možná mají i na sobě. Každopádně mě zajímá, jestli třeba nebude někde tady. Scout na hřebení nad náma. No tady už jsou jenom oni. Tamhle je. Tady prostě nikde žádný scout není. Jediný hřeben, co je tady nad náma, bylo tohle a tam taky byly jenom ty tuatové. A jeden troll. Jsem to pozabíjel, vyčistil a to bylo všechno. Tady prostě nikde žádný scout není. Což znamená, že prostě půjdem. Ale možná ještě nejdřív tohle z toho. Jestli čirou náhodou už se třeba to tady nespamatovala, ne, to tam furt stojí. Furt nefunguje. Žádný opravy tady nejdou. Fuj, já se lek. Ne, spustili nějaký masivní útok, koukám. Prostě.
Good day.
Ne.
What?
Keep your eyes peeled.
Legend has it that the wall surrounding Alabastra forms a perfect and natural spiral.
Jako rozhodně bych potřeboval nějaký opravy, ne, že ne? A využijeme tohle z toho. Mám všechno opraveno? Zdá se, že jo? OK. Takových peněz bych tady nechal. Ne, nikdy žádná bílá tečka nějakýho spojence tady prostě není.
Let's drive these red-eyed bastards into the ground.
The cycle has been upset. Perhaps by returning the energy of the Tuatha we will restore it.
Tak prostě budeme.
Good to see you here. Ready? I am. But there hasn't been any sign of Aelin Shear or Ventrinio. Damn it all, I knew we couldn't trust her. I sent Ventrinio to keep an eye on her. He was sending me messages until recently. But there were fewer and fewer as we've gotten closer to Baal. We need to get through the House of Vengeance and kill the Cur. And we'll have to do it without them. He's the closest thing Vengeance has to a leader anymore. A face so consumed with hatred that he's little more than a beast. If you're going to get into Baal, the Cur has to die. No. Whatever Gadflow is doing in there, it's growing with every wasted minute. Even if Aelin didn't betray us, we don't have time to wait. Listen, you're more powerful than I ever was. If anyone can stop this, it's you. When you kill Kerr, Go into Bale and stop Gadflow. If we get separated, we'll keep fighting to keep an escape route open for you. Now go. Stay on guard.
Okay. Okay. Zalezl další troll. OK, šli dovnitř.
Onwards! We're nearly there. Tak. Schopnost si necháme až na finálku. Teďka na nějakýho hlavního bosse. Je otázka, jestli se vůbec mám zatěžovat už ještě furt se sbíraním těch krystalů nějakých. Když tohle to zbroj, co mám na sobě, taková ta splácenina mi prostě zatím stačí bohatě. Mě to tady prostě úplně ignorujou. Looks like this is it.
Tohle to není ten finální boj, že ne? Že ne. Tady s lokálním bossem. Ne, že by nebyly lepší než ty, co mám. Tím to jde překvapivě snadno. Ne, tady bude až něco asi. Level up, máme. Aha. Ještě tady máme jednoho kámoše. Zváme se odolnost. Tak. Tak ukáž. Slyšíme si úroveň něčeho. Tady je to odhalování tajů, ano. Dokáže zneškodnit pasti je tady. Aha. Další úroveň. Co? To chce zase mít boostnutý ještě další kouzla. Stále nic nového, stále nic nového. Ukaž ty nějaký nový komba. No ukáž. Kousek od konce.
Looks like this is it.
To říkáš furt? Aha, ale tentokrát už to je ono. Definitivně. Tak. Využijeme tu naší abilitku. Sakra, jsem to nestihnul. Jsem ho
That was amazing. You're twice the hero I ever was.
udolal normálně.
Our forces can't keep going from here. We're stretched too thin and we've lost too much. Sidon and I will hold the gate for you as long as we can. But Bale is nearly deserted. Head in, face Gadflow, end this.
Hned jsem zpět.
Good plan. I promise not to die if you don't. Just make sure you put a stop to Gadflow. Do that, and I predict our future involves sharing drinks and war stories around a cozy fire. Trust me, I'm a fate weaver.
Ty, kde je to Alin? Nakonec bude Alin ještě nějaký... Ale... Co pak to tu máme? Každopádně jsem to nedořekl. Nakonec bude Alin ještě nějaká... Jakože proti nám, ne? Když zatím to, co mám já, tak ono mi to dává trošičku lepší, jinačí bonusy. Sice to brnění je jako lepší. Tady u toho. Třeba tady to mi dává ještě plus 24 zbroj. Tady to je plus 20% zbroj. To bych si mohl vzít. Možná. Špatná zdraví. Tady to mi zase regeneruje a dává 20% zbroje. Dává to ještě plus 15% té mojí schopnosti toho útoku tím ohněm. Velmi těžké, no tak o to se ani nebudu snažit. Tady to zase mi dává těch plus 7% jakože zranění. A minimálně mě zajímá, co je tam. Halo. Tak na to, že to bylo velmi těžký, tak tady toho teda nic moc nebylo. Klédbu se ti nepodařilo sejmout. Snad podařilo, ne?
Once, each of these Tuatha was a warrior of peerless loyalty. Their stories should not have ended this way. I've just seen the death of an entire house of my brethren. My land is dying, and the great cycle is broken. My people are no longer being reborn. I'm sorry, but neither I nor the rest of my kind can follow you into Bale. We couldn't bear to see what has become of it. Agarth and I will clean up here. Good hunting in Bale.
Okay. Tak, kde pak se objeví Alin? Mám plný inventář. Takže až vylezu ven, tak by to chtělo to jít někam střelit. Můžu odsud cestovat? Ale hlavně si teda půjdu do truhly odhodit to, co jsme tam sebrali. Tohle to si klidně můžu vzít. Skrytí zblízka 20%, z dálky 10% a magie 10%. Tak. Už 9 večer. Jsi byl dneska nějak extra aktivní?
I'm sorry, stranger. It seems I'm the man to get this village rebuilt. I have to get the next few months of work straightened out. Keep safe.
I'm sorry, but you've saved us.
Tak.
Bliss and I thank you for that. Beware the forest.
Tak co? Bude finále? Tak si preventivně na ten stůl polož polštářek. No on už možná za chvilku přijde. Tady je Elin. Tak, co pak se tady stane? Co pak se z toho vyvrbí? Je tady Elin. Zradí mě, nebo mě nezradí?
My deepest apologies for not being able to join the battle. Ventrinio was something of a hassle. He attacked me. It was only a matter of time before his greed got the better of him. The closer we got to Bale, the more obsessed he became with Tianok, and with harnessing Tianok's power, just like Gadflow did. That's why he had to be stopped. and why we need to talk about our mission.
Oh.
I wasn't sure I could trust you. You're not the same person you used to be. We're running out of time. I'll explain as we go. Lead on. I'm right behind you.
Tak to jsme se toho moc nedozvěděli.
The winter court was still as fallen snow as the jester danced and capered. Juggling knives and torches, he sang to his lords and ladies, but none smiled. Not an eyebrow raised as the snivelling jester imitated the king, not even when he took the crown from his head. Because this was the day that Gadflow murdered the winter court. This was the day the Tuatha were born, and our people became a sacrifice for Tirnoch.
Fighting at your side, just like the old days, before you died.
Fakt? Bojovala si na mojí straně. OK. To mě lehce uklidnilo.
You and I carry on a duty that has been fulfilled for centuries. We keep the world from being consumed by greed, by war, and by Tirnoch. The ancient beast must stay sealed away at any cost. The world must never realize the terrible power Tirnoch offers.
Aha, to není druhice. Jsem myslel, že to je... Jo, tady je, hele. Je tady zašitá. To nic. To nic.
When Gadflow's army arose, we recognized Tirnoch's tainted influence. Only a force like her could warp eternal creatures like the Fae. So you came to infiltrate Alabastra, find Tirnoch, and seal her away forever. And you used Ventrinio to get in, under the guise of being his assistant.
Oho. Vteřinečku, odskočím si. Tak. Jak ryba. Jo. Tak. Každý útoku z dálky účinnost skrytí magie. Asi by to bylo lepší obětovat těch 7% z toho fyzického zranění, ale asi se mi zatím furt hraje dobře. Nicméně, konečně nám z Alin lezou nějaký zásadní informace o nás. A vypadá to, že definitivně teda spějeme k finále té hlavní příběhové linky. Takže to asi dneska nebude ani nějak extra moc dlouhý stream. Tak, pokračujeme. Když uvidím. Třeba to ještě bude dlouhý.
If you couldn't stop Tiernok, she would use her pawns to fully escape her prison, and the world would be her new plaything. You had to try, even though the Fate Weavers said you were doomed. As always, the Fate Weavers were right.
Since the alabaster wall was young, the beautiful bone-white forest was a place of peace and meditation. No piercing bird song nor heated word could find its way between the branches. Quiet thought prevailed until Gadflow shattered our land. The Tuatha's crimson axes chopped the forest for arrow shafts, and Tiernok's Prismere spires rose up to consume what remained. Now our forest is shattered, and screams of warfare fill its boughs.
Zůstaneme tady. Pojďte. Pojďte.
When I found you in Dalentarth, when I saw you had come back to life, I wasn't sure how much you remembered. I couldn't be certain you would keep our secrets. I considered killing you then and there. Nothing personal. You would have done the same to me. But then I saw what you had become. I saw the new powers you wielded, and I saw how useful you could be.
Nejdřív si mě chtěla zabít.
This is no time to dawdle. Ventrinia was right. Tianok is no god. She has almost as much power, and is every bit as dangerous to the world as any dark god. Her powers raised Gadfra from a jester to a warlord, and in return, his army would usher in a chance for her to enter this world and consume it.
Co jenom si s tebou můžeme pokecat, tak si tě prokecnem.
Somehow Gadflo found a way to reach out to Tianok. Or perhaps she was able to seek out his twisted mind. She offered him power, and with it, he began the Tuatha. No wonder Gadflo thinks she's a god. Here we are, in the heart of the enemy's defenses. And this time, I trust you not to fail. You're the one who stepped forward to stop Gadflo and the source of his power, even though fate said you were doomed to fail. This time, fate cannot control you, but I expect you to succeed. Lead on. I'm right behind you.
Měl jsem předurčený osud, takže jsem s tím nic nemohl udělat. Nádhera. Pojďte si sem, kluci. Využijeme ten most tady. Oni nejdou.
When I saw you could change fate, I knew you were our only choice. So I helped you continue your mission to stop Tianok, even if you had forgotten it. But over time, I realized you weren't the same man you were when you died. You were more. You were better than the heartless commander I had known.
Klidu se mnou pořádně nechce mluvit, není čas na vykecávání. Uprostřed bitky mi tady bude vykládat něco.
And he was not alone. Like the weave unraveling, the Tuatha now tainted the purity of Mathon's court. These new immortals, the Tuatha Daon, were no longer the solemn fae of the East. Their essences twisted into a ravenous host, unsettled, unnatured. From the nothing of winter came Gadflo's malice.
The greatest heroes of winter have always fallen from the Bale's pale boughs, from Pietra the Keen to Hulgan the Hungry. When the Tuatha claimed dominance over us, heroes arose to defend winter. Gadflow laughed at their challenge and called up Tyrnok's wrath. In a second, our most loyal heroes were impaled by Prismere spires. Our heroes were gone, never to be reborn, and our people succumbed to Gadflow's madness.
Sakra, vás tady je. Ne, pojďte. Trošku vám zredukuju. Okay.
Last time you came here, you were destined to die. This time, your destiny is up to you. Now we have a chance to finally complete our mission. Let's put an end to Gadflow before his bargain frees Tyrnok on the world.
No.
This must have been a lot for you to take in at once. But I need you to be clear on who you are and what you need to do. A lot has changed since you were here last. It isn't going to be as easy this time. And last time it killed you. Oh, she's a creature with incredible power. A dragon. But she is no simple lizard in some child's tale. She has a power rivaled only by the gods. Thousands of years ago, the ancient Alpha sealed her in the Amathen between this world and the world of magic. And there she went mad. As her prison weakened over time, she was able to tempt Gadflow into helping her gain enough power to break free. And if she escapes fully, it will mean the end of all mortal life. Tyrnok's revenge for tens of thousands of years of imprisonment. That's why people like you and I have dedicated our lives to keeping Tyrnok's secret from the world.
Takže mocná dračice.
We were supposed to keep Tyrnok hidden from the world. Anyone who learned too much had to die. But when Gadflow found her, you were the one who volunteered to kill him and seal Tyrnok away once more, even though you were fated to fail. It took every trick we had to get you here the first time, and you still died. I don't know if you plan to be resurrected, but knowing you, I wouldn't be surprised.
Že bych věděl, co se mnou studna duší udělá.
Everyone who knows the truth of Tyrnok will be dead, and Tyrnok will be sealed away once again. We can return to our duty of keeping the knowledge secret, assuming that's the life you want to return to. But if you refuse, then I'd have to make sure you never tell the truth about Tyrnok. Of course, I'd rather it didn't come to that. But you would have done the same. I have more important things to do than love. And so do you. but I do trust you with the fate of my world. It may not set your heart aflutter to hear it, but it'll have to do. Lead on. I'm right behind you.
Tak. Jaká finální bitka? No jo.
Understand, do you? Yes! Return to your grave! Tirnoch, lend me your power!
Ten. To zase nestihnu, že? No, zase jsem to nestihnul.
Something's not right. If Gadflow isn't here, then he must be hiding further underground, someplace closer to the source of the Prismere.
Aha, to byla jenom nějaká jeho projekce.
You needn't try to impress me, you know. Not anymore. Besides, we don't have time. Whatever bargain Gadflow made with Tirnoch, it's about to pay off. And when that happens, the world will suffer her wrath. We were two of the people who were supposed to keep Tirnoch hidden from the world. Anyone who learned too much had to die. But when Gadflow found her, you were the one who volunteered to kill him and seal Tirnoch away once more, even though you were fated to fail. It took every trick we had to get you here the first time, and you still died. I don't know if you plan to be resurrected, but knowing you, I wouldn't be surprised. In the heart of Alabastra is the former unseelie city of Baal. Beneath the Winter King's court, there is the cave of Amathin. It's a place of tremendous power. It is where Tirnoch is imprisoned, and where you died. She's imprisoned deep in the Amathin, but Gadflow's war has weakened her bonds. There's no time to spare. If she gets free, our world is lost. Let's go.
To byl to on, nebo ne? Nebyl to on, ne? Tak z něj nic nevypadlo. To je normální meč. Kápě ročního období. OK. Pro mága, zcela evidentně. Jasně. Případně se možná jenom teleportnul, aby jsme ho nemohli dorazit. OK. Ten je zajímavý, ale tenhle ten je taky zajímavý, ten, co já nosím. Má prostě daleko víc různých schopností. Oh. $140. Omráčení. Okay, schválně si ho prohlídnu. OK. OK.
Tiernok is held captive deep in the Amathin, but her prison is weakening by the moment.
I feel you here again, full of life, full of fate. What have you brought for me?
Já jsem svoji abilitu vyplácal zbytečně. Moc dopředu.
I can feel Tiernok's eyes upon us.
You've used your power well. So much potential. Let's have a taste, shall we?
No more. She just tore out a part of the fates you've stolen and turned it against you. Perhaps it is not inaccurate to think of her as a god.
Been imprisoned here since before your kind emerged from the dark. But now, my freedom draws near.
We cannot let Gadflow free Tiernok.
Trhává země různý osudy. Tyhle ty věci jsou úplně na dvě věci, akorát mi budou zabírat místo.
Godflow's prayers weakened this prison, but he is not the one who will set you free.
Don't listen. You're the only one who has the power to stop her.
Hele, nelákáš ty mě sem úmyslně. A nakonec právě díky tomu, že sem já dojdu, ono se dostane ven.
We're close. Tianok's power is immense. She just tore off a splinter of what you could have been and turned it against you. When she killed you, that much power must have torn you free of the entire tapestry of fate. This way.
When you first came to me, death was your only fate, but I knew better this way. And you were so eager to play your role.
You chose this? What does she mean by that?
To by mě taky zajímalo. To je zač. Žezlo, aha. Už za chvilku nebudu mít místo, že jo? No. A mám full, pokud se nepletu. To trošičku proberu. Teď mám případně místo na něco.
I gave you freedom, and now you have returned to grant me mine.
On nemůže za to, že jsem se vytrhnul z toho koloběhu, z toho kruhu.
Only you have the power to reseal Tirnoch inside the Amathen. I must keep the secret of her existence from the world. Once Tirnoch is pushed back into her prison, these caverns must be sealed. But that leaves one question. Can I trust you to keep Tirnoch's secret? There are things in this world that must remain hidden. If the power of the dragons were widely known, well, you've seen what has happened here. Gadflo tapped a fraction of her power. He upset the great cycle of the Fae and waged a genocidal war on the young races. Just coming in contact with her power managed to free you from fate's bonds. And if you can turn that freedom against her, she will have no power over Amalur. Nothing like you has ever existed before. As always, there's no way of knowing your future. If you're victorious, it may be the last time you change the fate of the world. Even if you fall back into fate's weave once her influence is gone from this world, it will be a far better fate than what Tirnoch's emergence would bring.
Okay.
That is excellent. After all that you've done, it would have been a shame for you to die a second time. If you do escape, I will be watching you. And know this, anyone who learns the truth of what happens here, I will silence myself. Go. Stop Tirnoch from fully entering this world. But remember, my blades will always be at your back. Nothing in the world is fated to stop Tirnoch. That's why you're the only one who has a chance. I'm just here to make sure you take it. This way.
Moment. Ještě bych se rád zeptal na jednu věc, nebo zkusil jednu věc. Co když jí řeknu, že jí nic nemůžu zaručit?
Only you have the power to reseal Tirnoch inside. Once Tirnoch is pushed back into her prison, but that leaves one question. There are things in this world that must remain hidden. You've seen just coming in contact with her power, nothing like you. Even if you fall back into fate's weave, once her influence is gone from this world, it'll freedom to the end, is it? If fate can't control you, I don't see how I could. If you do escape, I will be watching you. And know this, anyone who learns the truth of what happens here, I will silence myself. Go. Stop Tirnoch from fully entering this world. But remember, my blades will always be at your back. This way.
OK. Takže trůní sál, finální bitka. Možná.
There's no turning back now.
Come, Fate Weaver. Bring me your power. Sacrifice yourself and seal the fate of your world.
Ne, žádný obětování nebude.
It's time to choose your fate. Amethin lies beyond. This is where the dragon will breach the veil.
Come forward, mortals. Behold the birth of Tirnach. Attend your final hour.
My fate does not lie beyond those doors. You alone may change what is to come. Go!
Ah, yes. Welcome back, mortal. How does it feel, I wonder, to return to this place? Does the pain of your death still linger? Can you feel it echo through the air? And now, in this place, you shall witness the birth of Tirnach, the destruction of the Alpha, and the dawn of the endless winter.
No, tak to jsem zvědavej.
She comes. Tirnach the powerful. Tirnach the merciful. Qualla fella Tirnach. Qualla sera Tirnach.
Takový dráček tady vykoukne.
Tirnach? Have I done well, lady? Are you pleased? Is it... Did I...
You have served your purpose.
But I have so much more to give.
Come closer. Give yourself to me.
Tak. Tady budu moct zase na něco z tebe zaútočit. Auč.
Everything you are and could have been is mine.
Tebe můžu zaútočit. Neřekni.
Everything you are and could have been is mine.
Já mu trafuju. Ale nevidím kam.
Yes! Struggle! The destruction of this world is the first step on my path.
Porážet ty moje ty. To mi načerpá zpět tu moji abilitu. Tím on nedostane tak hřchu.
Nothing but dust. Why won't you die? Everything you are and could have been is mine.
No, hnedka, vteřinku. F. Pozor.
Impossible. Impossible!
How could we have known that this would be a new beginning?
Ooh.
I wonder now if we should have foreseen this outcome, but who knew then what fate would bring? I would have liked to have delivered this message in person, to see you one final time. That, however, would have been complicated. The order to which I belong had other plans. Were you ever to leave the crystalline fortress? When it comes to you, though, it seems no fate is written in stone. It was only through my assurances that your silence could be counted upon that either one of us still draws breath. I trust you will not make of me a liar. Were stories of what we have seen to begin to surface in the inns and taverns of Amalur, I would be asked to seek you out. And as we both know, the next time you die, there will be no return. But let us not speak of this. Your life is your own. Go now, and see what fate may bring you, or what fate you may bring. Perhaps one day in happier times, you and I will meet again. Until that day, I remain yours, Aelin Share.
Finále. Tak, a co mi to tady naskočilo? Nějaký sub na YouTube? Vážně? Co to je za alert? Ten vůbec neznám. Nikdy jsem ho ani nikdy neaktivoval. Jak jsem z toho překvapený. Dobře. No tak přátelé, každopádně díky tedy za to něco. Že se na to znovu potom podívám na ten alertík, ale Amalur za náma. Finále. Akorát mi přišlo teda to finální videjko s tím dráčkem, nebo s tou drčicí nějak jakože katnutý. Tak nějak jsem očekával jakože finální video jako trošičku další s tou drčicí, z toho boje. Ale jinak pohoda. Neskutečně, že jo, tak trošičku odvléklej to bylo, že jo. Tak nějak jsem očekával prostě nějaký oproti tomu, jaký třeba jaký to dělalo zakončovačky, prostě když člověk použil tu svoji abilitu na v uvozovkách běžný, normální nepřítele. Tak jako tady finální boss, jako dračice. Já bych řekl, že možná je na tom možná opravdu znát to, že prostě, že začali to vyvíjet jako MMOčko, potom to celý překlopili do toho singleplayera, už se jim na tom moc nechtělo nějak extra dělat. No. No. Tak jo. A já si myslím, že už se asi teďka se nebudu vracet do toho světa nějak extra. Podíváme se ještě, co tady se stane dál. Jenom na chviličku. Jo, asi tak. Podařilo se ti porazit jasně jednou a ukončit válku. A kde jsem? Já jsem v tom mojem baráku u těch trpajzlíků, že jo? Orbokant? Aha, něco mi řekneš?
Well, well, awake at last. You gave us quite a scare. But you're here and the war's all but over. So who are we to complain? I was hoping you could tell us. Sidon and I were fighting a few remaining stragglers when all of a sudden they started this unholy wailing. I guess you must have killed Gadflow, because the Tuatha started screaming and ran away. There are still a few diehards, but they don't have the fire in them, you know? Wasn't much longer before Aelin showed up carrying you over her shoulder. Told me to watch over you, make sure you were okay. She left some kind of note for you, but I know better than to read a private message from the likes of her. There are still Tuatha who refuse to surrender, but yes, the war is ended. You should have seen the parade in Rathir. As for what's next, well, that's a tough question. See, a lot of the soldiers asked me for readings after the fighting ended, and try as I might, I can't see a fate for any of us.
Ale... Aha, já bych mu to asi neměl říkat, že? Asi bych mu to neměl říkat.
Good? Perhaps. Freedom is a blessing, and a curse. If fate truly no longer holds sway over us, only time will tell if it is for good or ill. But regardless of what happens, Amalur and its people remain because of you. And no matter where your path leads, never forget, a person is defined by his actions. Who you are is up to you, and you alone. Go, my friend. Enjoy this world and all of its splendors. You've earned it.
Okay. Kde je ten dopis? Nebo jo, to byl vlastně ten dopis, který se asi přehrál v tom videjku, že? To bylo asi ono. To, o tom dopisu, o kterém teďka on mluvil, že mi tady ho nechala, tak to bylo vlastně to, co se tam přehrávalo. Tak, tady už jsou akorát tyhle ty jsou jakoby nějaký DLCčka, bych řekl, který jsou toho součástí.
Good morning, sir. Good to see you up and out of your quarters. This here is the lower hall of the Orbicant. The council has granted this rare honor in light of all you've done for us, for all of Alpha kind. They have also allowed me to offer you access to the reserve armory, if you would care to have a look.
Mhm. Zajímavé.
Ah, yes. It was she who brought you here, you know. Stood by your bed for almost a day, then left suddenly on urgent business. But that has always been her way. The quarters you slept in where you recovered were once assigned to the late General Tolera. They are yours now, should you ever wish to use them. I can't show you the upper halls or the council chambers, I'm afraid. But you are welcome here in the lower hall, and it is my special pleasure to offer you access to the reserve armory. Rare weapons and so forth, procured for Rathir's leaders and defenders. They must still be paid for, I'm afraid. But please, have a look for yourself.
Okay.
I do hope your stay has been restorative.
Jdu někam úplně dopryč. Tady je cesta ven. Okay.
I don't believe my eyes.
The champion of Melsenshire. How may I help you? Many of the refugees have been at Rathir for so long that it is the only home they truly have. But with Melsenshire liberated, some of them can finally return home. You risked everything for our sister city. It was foolish, irresponsible, and exactly what was needed. Thank you.
Tak.
I am the Elund, Morphan Karth, and the voice of the Orbicant. Within this city, my word is law.
Tak, ještě jednou se podívám na to, co to tady na mě vyskočilo za alert. To je sub někde na nějakým YouTube, ale jak je možný, že mi naskakuje tady sub na YouTube? Někdy až po streamu. To prozkoumám, co to je zač. Tak.
Go with our city's blessing.
Kamže to mám jít? Sem. Kontaktuj expedici. Asi na to namrknu. Jestli se to dá udělat, abych to teda měl všechno, co je v uvozovkách, jakoby ty hlavní. Ono to vyplivne tady uprostřed. Jo. Jak se tam dostanu? Přeběhnu to a doleva. Asi bych se radši uměl opravit, než se tam budu podívat. Asi to bude rychlejší, když to udělám tady. Až tady někde někoho hledat. Tady uložíme. Zmru do hospody. Kde seš? Tady se válíš.
There's roof beams to cut. I'm sorry, stranger. It seems I'm the man
Tak.
to get this village rebuilt. I have to get the next few months of work straightened out. Stay alert.
Jo, tady to bude možná rychlejší. A hlavně můžu všechno ignorovat. Prostě to jenom tak proběhnout. Po hlavní cestě až sem. Okay. Tak. Proč mám vybráno tohle a ne tohle?
Finally, we found the last person we need after all. I'm Helig Cross. I'm leading an expedition to the land south of Dalentarth, the Teeth of Naros, and we could use another strong back.
So,
Sverri's got a fairly good head on her shoulders. She's only got eyes for gold, but there's plenty for all on this trip. When it comes to navigating ruins, there's no one I trust more. We're in the foothills of the Teeth right now. It's not the easiest place to reach, sheer cliffs of stone, and few passes through them. Been a mercenary for about 20 years now. Toured with the Warsworn, but didn't take quite as much pride in the work as they wanted. So I struck out on my own. You can make a fair bit of coin selling your sword to keep a farm or two safe. Not that I'll need to anymore. During one of my other campaigns, I chanced upon a diary of an Almain monk, Denric the Crazed. Said he found a way to the land south of Dalentarth. After reading what he found there, cities of gold, fountains of sapphires, I decided I wanted to see this land for myself. A mage is always good to have on an expedition like this, except for cash. But maybe he'll come around. Few facts. The only record of a successful journey there was by an Almain missionary named Denric, returned half dead and maddened to hell. He claimed the southern land as home to a miraculous city, wrought of gold and trimmed with silver. Even said it floated above the earth, if you can believe it. It's hard country, damn impossible to find a pass in the mountains, but if I'm right, this cavern will take us under them. Because Denric wrote of more than wealth. Tales of giant men, tall as houses, that slaughter any who approach. It took weeks even to convince Cash and Sverri to join me. With a fourth, we can take a bigger haul without sharing too much of it.
No, ale tohle to už v podstatě...
Denric was crazed, but I don't hold him a liar. I can overlook some bogeyman's tales if there's riches to be had. Can you? I've heard that phrase a lot lately. Not many folks willing to risk the journey to the Teeth. But I promise you this. If even a hair of these rumors are true, we'll be so rich, we'll never want for anything ever again.
Ale to už mi je úplně k ničemu.
We need your aid.
To už mi je k ničemu, nepotřebuju žádný bohatství, nepotřebuju získávat žádný prašule. Tohle by bylo v podstatě jenom o tom, kdyby jsem chtěl furt v tom světě dál zůstávat. Možná, že si to nechám prostě jenom na to, kdybych náhodou někdy neměl co hrát a chtěl se ještě znova do tohohle z toho světa vrátit. A tohle to bude to samý. No, to znamená, že já to tady zakončím, přátelé. Tohle to bude náš výlet do Amaluru, finále. A od zítřka pravděpodobně si dáme Avon kolony. Avon Colony a trošičku změníme úplně zase všechno, co se bude hrát. Takže jo, tohle bude konec a jestli se někdy sem ještě vrátíme, tak možná v případě, že prostě bude nějaká úplná okurková sezona a nebudu mít co hrát. Jinak celkem pohodová hra. Je na ní teda hodně znát, že to mělo být MMOčko. Na to, že to bylo někdy už z roku 2012, tak jako to asi v pohodě. Je i teďka obstojný. Pokud by jsem to nestreamoval a měl to jenom jako výplň sem tam hodinku, 2 si rychle zahrát kousek nějakého questu, tak bych to hrál asi hodně dlouho a patřil bych 100% mezi ty lidi asi, který v tom mají utopený přes 100 hodin, ale já už se rád vrhnu zase na nějakou další hru, takže jo, já to tady zapíchnu. Já vám tedy, přátelé, děkuji za návštěvu, přeju vám krásnou dobrou noc nebo krásný dobrý večer a uvidíme se tedy opět zítra v nějakém asi standardním čase, nějaká 8., 9. a půjdeme na ten Avon Colony pravděpodobně. Tak jo, pro teď je to všechno, mějte se hezky, dobrou noc a zítra večer zase. Ahoj.